After robbing a Burger King for $2,000, he thought he would go to jail since witnesses reported him and he quickly got arrested. But after a judge sentenced him to 13 years in prison, when it was time to go to jail, no police came to get him. He didn't try to run away because he knew he deserved it, so he just nervously waited in his house expecting police to show up at any moment. But after a few weeks had passed, they never came, so he thought they may have just cleared his record. So over the next few years, he moved on with his life, completely forgetting about the incident. He got married, launched a construction company, and volunteered to help youth avoid making the same mistakes he made. But 13 years later, he was shocked when police suddenly arrived at his house to arrest him. It turns out, because of a technical issue, police thought he was in jail for the last 13 years. But when they went to release him, they realized he wasn't there, so they sent police to immediately arrest him. He was devastated when they told him he now had to spend 13 years in prison to serve his sentence. But when the judge saw that Michael had completely turned his life around and rehabilitated himself, he set him free with no jail time.
If that's not an act of God, I don't know what is. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the Full Motion Podcast, brought to you by Full Motion Music Group at www.fullmotionmusicgroup.com. The only artist development company that sits down with you to build your brand, create your Wikipedia page, launch your Google Knowledge panel, design your artist website, and guarantees income from your first project together. As an independent artist, doing everything alone is very tough. So log on, connect with the A&R professional, and take your career to the level it deserves. Welcome to the podcast. You are locked in with Full Motion Podcast, powered by Full Motion Music Group. My name is Swigga Geovanni. We bring you the latest in world news, culture, and artist development, keeping you informed, grounded, and in motion. Now let's run through this week's biggest stories across politics, the industry, and life. All right, let's talk SNAP. The White House says it's following a federal court order to keep SNAP food benefits active during the shutdown. Funds are coming from an emergency account, but EBT reloading could face delays. It's a temporary fix for long-term issues that's still unsolved. Did you get your SNAP benefits yet? Let me know, man. Let me know in the comments. All right, moving right along. North Carolina Representative Cecil Brockman resigned after being charged with multiple sex offenses involving a 15-year-old. He faces counts of statutory sexual offense and indecent liberties with a minor. Brockman turned in his resignation on October 31st after pressure from both parties. His bond was cut from $1 million to $250K with the ankle monitor. A local Democratic committee will fill his seat through 2026. Man, if this is true, man, he needs to be at the bottom of the pit, the bottom of the earth, man. I mean, these are the guys we have running for office. Predators. Be careful out there, man. And yes, New York politics is getting tense this week. Well, today is election day, so make sure y'all go out there and vote. But during the live debate, Assemblyman Zoran Mamdani challenged former Governor Andrew Cuomo, and he did not come alone. He brought two of Cuomo's accusers, Charlotte Bennett and Karen Hinton, both key voices in a 2021 harassment investigation that forced Cuomo to resign. Now here's a short clip from that debate where Mamdani presses Cuomo on accountability and the accusations that ended his time in office. Let's listen to the clip.
2021, 13 different women who worked in your administration credibly accused you of sexual harassment. One of those women, Charlotte Bennett, is here in the audience this evening. You sought to access her private gynecological records. She cannot speak up for herself because you lodged a defamation case against her. I, however, can speak. What do you say to the 13 women that you sexually harassed?
If you want to be in government, then you have to be serious and mature. The cases were dropped, right? You know that as a fact. So everything you just stated, you just said was a misstatement, which we're accustomed to.
Everything that I stated was a misstatement?
Yes, because the cases were dropped.
Damn, my boy Mamdani is not playing fair, bro. You want to bring that out? Woo! Anyway, Cuomo's team, he says he was unfairly targeted, while Mamdani says transparency must come before any comeback. What's your thoughts on that? Now, shortly after that debate, another clip started going viral, this time showing a street interview with voters in Mamdani's district. This interviewer asks if they plan to vote for him, and she says yes. And then he started mentioning a few more of controversial policies. He brings up tax. Well, I'm gonna let you listen to this, man, and let me know what you think about Mamdani after this.
Are you planning on voting for Zohan Mamdani? It's just a pledge for support.
Absolutely.
Amazing. And then I just have to read you at least 3 of his policies. Take 2 seconds.
Very aware of them already.
Oh, and you like them all?
Yes,
Okay,
I love
cool. All right, so you're cool with taxing whiter neighborhoods?
Yes.
Are you white?
Yes.
Do you think that's race baiting? No. Really? Yeah, it's fine. Who cares? Okay, he's openly discriminated against Italians, but whatever.
I'm Italian.
Yeah, dude, literally, honestly, pizza's not even that good. Okay, and then he won't sign Holocaust remembrance legislation.
You know.
Do we need to remember? Yeah. All right. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, have a nice day. Thank you. That was insane.
Wow. Go out and vote, guys. Mamdani or Cuomo. Some viewers say that it exposed blind loyalty in politics. And there's a lot of blind loyalty in politics. And others argue that the interviewer took policies out of context. Mamdani later defended his record, saying his proposals were about economic balance, not racial bias. Still, it shows how quick social media can turn politics into perception. Moving right along. South Carolina Judge Diane Goodstein, known for blocking a Trump-era voter data request, was hospitalized after a fire destroyed her Edisto Island home. 3 people were injured. Authorities say that there's no confirmed signs of arson, but the investigation continues. Some people saying Trump putting out a hit. I don't believe it, but that's quite a coincidence. Now, Hurricane Melissa ripped through the Caribbean as a Category 5 storm with winds over 185 miles an hour. At least 60 are confirmed dead across Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. Thousands of people are still missing, and recovery could take years. This is one of the strongest storms ever recorded in that region. My thoughts and prayers go out to people in the Caribbean and in Jamaica. If you have any loved ones out there, please reach out. And if you can support in any way, please support. Now, crime and justice. In Chester, New York, town official John Riley III was indicted for shooting a black DoorDash driver, Derek DJ Roberts, after he asked for directions. Roberts did survive the surgery, but Riley's wife faces charges for deleting 19 clips of Ring camera footage, and both of them pled not guilty. Damn. Racism is still alive, man. Be careful out there, all my DoorDashers, Uber Eats, delivery guys. Be careful, man. Keep your head on a swivel, because it's dangerous out here, man. Very dangerous. And now a 13-year-old Louisiana girl was rescued from a Pittsburgh basement box after being lured online by Kashawn Krumidi. He's now facing kidnapping and assault charges. Parents, monitor who your kids talk to online, man. One message could change their whole life, man. Be careful. Please watch your kids. Please watch what they're watching on TV, on the computer, on the internet, meeting up with all these random people. Oh, man, I don't know, man. I don't have no children yet, but it's a scary world. I have some kids, but, you know, with the proper training, with the proper education, that might help. All right, man, let's talk about some music entertainment business, man. Now, these streaming wars are getting messy. Drake's company, Frozen Moments LLC, accuses UMG and Spotify of using bots and algorithm tricks to inflate plays, especially for Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Drake's earlier defamation suit against UMG was tossed out, but a new class action lawsuit from RBX claims Spotify allowed billions of fake streams favoring big artists like Drake. Spotify and UMG both deny it, but insiders say UMG might be quietly funding smaller artists to bring new evidence forward. If proven true, this could reshape how royalties are paid across the streaming world. Now, listen, bro, UMG is a big label, bro. Movies, music, etc. Now, when Drake goes at big companies ain't gonna fall back. And now they're using this RBX dude. I never even heard of him, but Drake couldn't even get this type of data that RBX is getting. So how else is RBX getting this data? UMG is funding these young artists, like, yo, listen, file this lawsuit, man. I'll give you the drop. You want to get this? You want to, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they move, and they moving dirty. Be careful, man. Don't play with fire, bro. You going against a big machine that been around before Drake was even thought of. Before he was even doing the grassy UMG been around. So be careful with who you play with. All right. And in other music news, Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, his new album Bully might drop this Friday. Some listings still show it's coming out December 12th, so the date's still floating around, but fans is locked in either way, man. I'm not gonna lie, I want some new Kanye music. I ain't hear about him in a long time. I think he's dropping some documentary or it dropped already, but we need Kanye, man. We need Kanye out here doing music again. We need his mind right. You know what I'm saying? His money right, so we just need his mind right now, and we need some type of content from him because music industry just is kind of dead right now. No album on the top 40s. Drake crying about streams. Now the label got back at Drake. I don't know. This is not the type of news I want to hear about in music, but it's what we got to work with, right? All right, man. Let's talk science, tech, and business. Now, OpenAI, ChatGPT, and Amazon Web Services announced a $38 billion deal to expand the cloud and GPU infrastructure for future AI models. It gives OpenAI more independence from Microsoft and puts Amazon deeper in the AI race. So like I told y'all in the last episode, ChatGPT is about to be on the stock market. I don't know if this is a pump and dump or a real stock you want to invest in, but they doing a lot of moving around, moving and shaking to get their infrastructure to where it really needs to be. So y'all let me know, man. Y'all putting money into OpenAI or y'all just using ChatGPT? Let me know. Now, the Super Soaker inventor, he wins $72.9 million. NASA engineer Lonnie Johnson, a black man, the creator of Super Soaker, finally got his payout. $72.9 million in unpaid royalties from Hasbro. He changed summer forever. Everybody bought a Super Soaker. And now justice finally paid him back. My man been fighting this since 1990, bro. It's 2025. And he got his $72 million in royalties. $72.9 million in royalties that Hasbro was holding out. Let's get it, man. Big shout out to my boy Lonnie Johnson, a NASA engineer, bro. Created the Super Soaker. Powerful black man. Yes, sir. Let's talk society and culture. Now, in Ohio, a couple who share the same birthday, husband and wife, or boyfriend or girlfriend, they got the same birthday. And then they had twins who was also born on their birthday. Now, all four of them have the same birthday, which is August 18th. 818. Make sure y'all play those numbers, man. I don't gamble, but that's very odd, man. Now, sadly, the father, Jose Irvin Jr., he was later killed in a shooting, which is very sad. Now she had to take care of the twins by herself, man. So y'all could Google that family, try to support her in any way. But yeah, 818. Now, a viral story out of Los Angeles is reigniting debate about gender identity and privacy. Singer-songwriter Tish Hyman says she was kicked out of a Gold's Gym after confronting a man in the woman's locker room. The staff told her their hands was tied under California's gender identity laws. Now, I have a clip of where she explains what's going down, and I really want to know y'all thoughts on what's going down. Listen to the clip.
Asking you a fucking question.
Exactly. Get out of the way now.
Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No. That's fine. I want the video. You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
Nah, man, I don't agree with that wholeheartedly, man. But for context, under California's Unruh Civil Rights Act and Senate Bill 179, gender identity and gender expressions are protected. That means public spaces must allow people to use facilities matching their gender identity. Now, Gold's Gym followed that law to stay compliant. It's a fine line between inclusion and privacy, and the conversation is very far from over. Yeah, man. I mean, we gotta protect our woman, man. For real. Like, anybody could say they identify as a woman and go in a woman's bathroom. I'm not gonna lie, the whole United States is starting to look like a mental asylum. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. And here's a personal wellness reminder. Like with all the chaos, the politics, the storms, the lawsuits, do not forget to take care of yourself. Eat right, rest, and move with purpose, okay? Your consistency builds your peace, your brand, and your results. Now that wraps up the world news and entertainment segment for episode 5 of the Full Motion podcast, powered by Full Motion Music Group. Now let's shift gears and focus on your growth. This is the artist development tip of the day, where we break down real strategies to help you move smarter in the music business. Okay, now it's time for the artist development tip of the day, powered by Full Motion Music Group. Today's topic is what I call the stretch strategy. It's how you take one release and turn it into a full campaign. Now here's the move. Stop dropping everything at once, bro. Stretch your content. Now when you release a song, just don't unload the single and the music video all in 1 week. Start with the song first, let people live with it, and start sharing it. Next, drop a lyric video. Make it easy for fans to learn your lyrics and repost them. After that, give them a behind-the-scenes clip from your upcoming video shoot. All right? Show the energy on set, the team working, or even a few candid moments. All right? And then do a mini interview about the single. All right? Talk about what inspired it, how it was made, what it represents in your catalog. Now, this personal connection helps people care about your work. And while you're shooting an official music video, set up a mini photo shoot at the same time. That's a 2-for-1 move, bro. Use the same lighting, the same style, and the same set. Now you got professional photos for your flyers, your cover art, promo clips, and social posts, all from the same day's budget. Now, once that content is out, finish the rollout with the official music video. By then, you already built the anticipation, and your audience is already waiting for it. Now, the goal is simple. Create consistent motion around your release instead of a one-day spike. Stop treating your music like a pump and dump, all right? Stretching your content gives your song larger life. It boosts your visibility, and it helps you post with purpose instead of pressure. Now, independent artists who plan their rollouts stay in the audience feed for longer. Major artists do the same thing. Look at Gunna. He just dropped that. We gonna fuck tonight. We gonna fuck tonight. We gonna fuck tonight. He just dropped that music video today, bro, or yesterday. And that song been out. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you is not far-fetched. All right? They stretch every piece of content until the next campaign is ready, and you should do that too. Every song you release should create at least 5 to 7 forms of content: audio, lyric, video, photo set, behind the scenes, interview, etc. All right? That's the stretch strategy. Make your content work harder and not faster. Now, if you want a full content rollout plan built around your next single, book an industry insight call at fullmotionmusicgroup.com. All right? Now that's it for today's episode of the Full Motion Podcast, powered by Full Motion Music Group. If you learned something that helps you grind, share this episode with another artist who's building their brand. For one-on-one guidance, booking, or custom rollout plans, visit www.fullmotionmusicgroup.com. Until next time, stay focused, stay consistent, and stay in motion. My name is Swigga Geovanni. Peace.